We're back with a match watch along. This shouldn't be that high. There we go. Is that better? There we go. Is that better? Right. Hope we're all doing well. So, title decider. Absolute title decider is on our hands. As you can see, the league table to my side. If I reload it quickly. Where is it? There it is. As it stands, Arsenal are top of the Premier League. However, they have played an extra 2 games over Manchester City, the hosts for today. If Man City win today or get any sort of positive result, they can either move 2 points off of Arsenal with 2 games in hand, or they can stay 5 points behind with 2 games in hand, so a potential of 6 points to gain. Essentially, it's a must-win for Arsenal. If they want to win the league, Arsenal pretty much have to win today. So, not the greatest of situations for Arsenal to be in, but it's doable. It's doable for them, and that's what they have to kind of live off. Arsenal have been very good this year. You've got to give them that. They have been good. So they've got a chance. They've got a chance of winning today. It's not going to be easy, as I say, though. So that's I'm looking forward to it. I really, really am. If I'm going for a score prediction, I'm going to go. I mean, I've got to give it to City. I've got to give it to City. I'll go 2-0 Manchester City. 2-0 Manchester City. I hate to break it to Arsenal fans. I think that will be the title pretty much done, unfortunately. It's a real shame because I actually want Arsenal to win the league, but I just don't see it happening. Man City are too strong, and Arsenal have thrown it away. Completely thrown it away. You look at the last few results for Arsenal. They had it in their hands. They had it in their hands, and they've just gone, see you later, drawing to West Ham and Liverpool while being 2-0 up in the game and throwing that away, and then drawing 3-3 with bottom of the league Southampton. You can't do that and win the league. I'm sorry, you can't do that. So I think it's City's to lose at this point, and I think City will go do it. They've been there and done it at this level in these positions so many times in the last however many years. They know how to deal with the pressure. I think they will, unfortunately, get it over the line. Looking at the lineups, obviously we haven't discussed them just yet. For the home side today, it is, well, we assume it is going to be their 3-2-4-1 that they've been playing. Obviously, we're not 100% sure, especially now Kyle Walker starts, but I have gone for the 3-2-4-1 that they've been employing recently. So that will be Edison in goal. The back three will be Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, and Manuel Akanji. John Stones and Rodri playing in that midfield double pivot with Jack Grealish on the left, Bernardo Silva on the right, De Bruyne and Ilkay Gundogan in the 2 midfield spots behind Erling Haaland. Again, it could be a 4-3-3. We'll see with Kanji at left back, John Stones and Diaz as the 2 centre backs, Kyle Walker obviously as the right back, with then Rodri as the kind of number 6, with Gundogan and De Bruyne as your 2-8s, moving into number 10 positions with Bernardo Silva, Grealish and Haaland as a front three. But I do imagine we are going to see this 3-2-4-1. For Arsenal, it is the same sort of lineup that we've seen all season long, more or less. Apart from obviously Saliba's come out for Rob Holding, so that is Aaron Ramsdale in goal, Ben White at right back, Holding, Gabriel and Zinchenko as your back four, Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey as your midfield double pivot, with Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus. Strong starting lineup for Arsenal. Strong starting lineup for Manchester City. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Right, there we go. So 5 minutes till kick-off. Obviously, if you are enjoying, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Also, please do get your score predictions into the live chat. Like I said, I've gone for a 2-0 Manchester City win. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Arsenal can pull up some sort of miraculous win. Keep the title race alive. But I think it's going to be tight. I don't think Arsenal have it in them. I just think, like I say, I think Man City have just been there and done it at this level, in this position, so many times in the last 10 years. They've won 7 out of the last 10 Premier League titles or something like that. It's magnificent. What they've done over the last 10 years is magnificent. They know how to deal with this sort of pressure. This Arsenal team have never been here. And I think you see in their last results, Arsenal, that they've never been in this situation. And they don't know how to handle the situation. Whereas, as I say, you look at Man City, they've just clicked into gear and they're getting better and better each game, more or less. So we do have other games going on at the same time. So if I quickly load up the games, the other games going on around the grounds. Jack Grealish is having a little laugh with some of the Arsenal players. Here we go. So the other games being played tonight. We've got Nottingham Forest versus Brighton, Chelsea versus Brentford, West Ham versus Liverpool. I mean, we've got some La Liga games going on as well. Atletico Madrid and West Ham have just taken the lead against Liverpool. Live as we speak. West Ham take the lead against Liverpool. It is 1-0 to West Ham. Let me load the game up on my phone, and we can see the goal. I can react to the goal live. Come on then. So they've got Paquetá on the left-hand side, cuts inside, 1-2. Oh, and it's a great hit by Lucas Paquetá. At the front post, Alisson Becker. Could he do better? I question, could Alisson get across? Probably not. It might take a deflection on Van Dijk, actually. Great goal by Lucas Paquetá. And it's 1-0 West Ham at the London Stadium. Come on then. Kickoff is moments away. Again, please do get your score predictions into the live chat. There we go. So we're just tweeting out the stream. Here we go. Mikel Arteta and Pep Guardiola. Little hug. Little embrace before kickoff. None of that, please, during the game. We want good football. We want high energy. We want goals galore. Again, so obviously, while the main game we are going to be covering today is the Man City Arsenal game, we will keep you updated with all the scores from the other 3 games that's going on in the Premier League. Again, to reiterate them, that is Nottingham Forest, Brighton, Chelsea, Brentford, and West Ham, Liverpool. All of those games are 0-0, aside for the West Ham Liverpool game, where it's currently 1-0 to the Mighty Hammers. West Ham are doing a big job for them for Manchester United. Well, for the top 6, really. Aston Villa will be loving it. Absolutely loving it. So we are away here. Ramsdale goes long. From kickoff, it looks like it might be a 4-3-3. Akanji's definitely at left back. Obviously, it will just... We'll have to see how it kind of evolves when Man City have got the ball and when they're kind of really dominating the play, which is what we massively expect. There we go. So time is all synced up. So if you guys want to sync up your game timer with mine, when I see Kyle Walker eventually take this throw in, so will you. Just the best way to watch these streams. If you don't want to sync your game timer up, that's obviously absolutely fine. Please just don't spoil anything we see that's happening in the game until we see it. I think that's fair enough. So Ruben Diaz goes back into Edison. Edison, heavy first touch. Gabriel Jesus chasing down, but they deal with it. We've got a goal, and it is Liverpool. Liverpool have equalised in their game against West Ham United. Big goal this for Liverpool, bringing them level at the London Stadium as they are in the hunt for European football. Here's Ilkay Gundogan driving forward here for Manchester City. Out wide to Jack Grealish. Grealish into Kevin De Bruyne. Looks to get the cross in. They're saying handball. They're saying handball, Man City. Michael Oliver says, waves it away, says no. We'll have to see it back. I think it was Rob Holding with the handball. If it is a handball. Obviously not ideal. They're not... Arsenal fans aren't big fans of Rob Holding. So he can't be having a bad game today. Huge game for Rob Holding. Ramsdale spilt it. Thomas Partey fouled by Kevin De Bruyne. And Ramsdale, that's a get out of jail free card for Aaron Ramsdale. He's come sprawling across his box to try and claim a cross. Gets it all wrong. And Partey just about gets there in front of De Bruyne and wins a free kick. Very, very lucky there. Thomas Partey. Well, Ramsdale, I should say. Partey just gets his foot in front. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think that's a penalty. I think that's a 50-50. Referee says play on. I think that's the right choice, that. Mark Clattenburg speaking. I don't know what he's saying. So it's Cody Gakpo that's equalised. Trent with the assist. Long ball over the top, looking for Haaland. Rob Holding's there. He gets back to Ramsdale, and you can already tell this game. I worry for Rob Holding up against Erling Haaland. You can already tell it's going to be a difficult game for him. Does he have it in his locker? I'm not sure. Lovely ball from Ben White into Martinelli. Looks for Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka looks to put it in the box. Gabriel Jesus just not there. It's in moments like that you've just need to be there, and I think that's kind of why Gabriel Jesus is at Arsenal right now and isn't still at Manchester City. I think an elite striker. You look at Erling Haaland in that situation. He gets in front of Kyle Walker there. He's there to tap that into an empty net or into a fairly open net. That's the difference between an elite striker and Gabriel Jesus, unfortunately. Poor clip ball from Man City. Zinchenko picks it up, finds Thomas Partey. Goes back into Gabriel. Odegaard. To Rob Holding. Just give it to Ben White. No, he goes into Odegaard, who now finds Ben White. I'm really surprised we haven't seen Ben White be moved into centre-back and move Rob Holding out of the team. That poor pass from Gabriel Jesus. Partey just about reclaimed it though. There's a poor pass from Partey, and Ederson has the ball in his feet. But yeah, I'm really surprised Rob Holding starts today over Ben White at centre-back and bring in like a Tomiyasu. I don't rate Rob Holding, and I think he's going to cause problems. So as it stands, it certainly is a 4-3-3 for Manchester City, as opposed to this 5-2-3, 2-3-2-4-1, whatever you want to call it. Here comes De Bruyne! 1-0 Manchester City already. And that could be the game already done. Kevin De Bruyne from the edge of the box scores. It's 1-0. 1-0 Manchester City, 6 minutes in. That could be the game done already. Kevin De Bruyne. And you can see it. Gabriel Jesus, he's saying, come on, boys, we're still in this. But that is a huge goal to concede so early on in this game. Aaron Ramsdale, question mark, should he get beaten? It's a long ball from John Stones. Rob Holding gets drawn out of position, loses it to Erling Haaland, and it's a great finish by De Bruyne. Not much pace on it. It's a great finish by Kevin De Bruyne. But Rob Holding, you've got to ask questions. So poor from Rob Holding. You've got to do better there for me, Rob Holding. So poor. Just gets absolutely bullied. He gets drawn out of position. Gets bullied off the ball by Haaland. And it's the space Rob Holding's evacuated that De Bruyne is able to pick the ball up in. Run through. And 1-0. Ramsdale should do better. Rob Holding. I think that's poor from him. And here comes Zinchenko. Driving forward, just can't keep hold of it. And that is not what you want to see. Look, that could be this game done already. Brighton have taken a lead against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest won a penalty earlier. Was missed by Brennan Johnson. Jason Steele, I actually believe, saved it. And now Brighton have taken the lead. Rob Holding there, again bullied. Absolutely bullied so far, Rob Holding. He is out of his depth. And I think losing Saliba for this run-in has cost Arsenal. You look at Manchester City. When they lose Ake, they've still got John Stones, Diaz, they've got Laporte, Akanji. They can all bring in. When Arsenal lose Saliba, they've got Rob Holding. That's night and day. And you look at Mikel Arteta, he's not happy. Ramsdale goes long. Stones wins it easily. Here's Thomas Partey. Big game for Arsenal now. They've got to come back to Mount. Bukayo Saka takes it down in his chest really well. Ben White. Poor pass, looking for Odegaard. Grealish. Does really well there, Jack Grealish. How's he got out of there? He's about 3v1 and he's got out. Here is Haaland. Moves it into Kevin De Bruyne. Bernardo Silva's there, but he plays in Haaland. Haaland just not sure where the ball was. And Gabriel deals with it. Look, there's still time for Arsenal to come back, but for me, this game, if Arsenal were going to win it, had to be a clean sheet and see what you can do from that. Having conceded already, it's too early for me to concede and then go on to win this game. Man, Arsenal have to now come out. You can't. I really didn't see Arsenal winning this game if they conceded. Pep's not happy. And rightly so. I can only imagine what Mikel Arteta's thinking. To be in such a great position to go on to win a league title all season long. Looks as if they've thrown it at the last hurdle. I can't believe he's stuck with Rob Holding. Here is Thomas Partey. So does well Partey. Finds Ben White. To Saka. Back to Thomas Partey. Martin Odegaard. Gabriel. Martinelli. Who was the centre-back partnership last year? Was it Holding and Gabriel? Surely not. Am I missing someone? Do I play? I do play FPL. I'm not doing great. I'm not doing great at the moment, but I do play FPL. Yeah. At half time, I might be able to get it up now. I'll try and load my team up for you. Who was Arsenal's centre back partnership last year? Oh, it was Ben White, weren't it? Ben White and Gabriel. See, yeah, I don't know why they haven't gone back to Ben White at centre back. Bring Tommy Asu's on the bench, correct? No, he's not. No, to be fair, they don't actually have that many other options. I mean, they've got Kiwa, and he's not great. I don't know. I think I would have done anything to take Rob Holding out of this game. Honestly, I think it was such a risk throwing him in, and I think he's proven to be that. Holding across to Gabriel. What do you think? Watkins to Isaac. What, selling Ollie Watkins for Alexander Isaac? You mean? Well, I mean, Newcastle don't play next week. Oh no, they do. Southampton. It could be. It could be a decent shout, you know. Yeah, go for it. Watkins out for Isaac. I don't think that's a bad move. That's my team. I mean, I've got Kepa on the bench, but you can see I haven't played it. I set a team last week and I haven't changed it. So I've got Rashford and Shaw on the bench. Both of them should be playing. I always forget about it. I'm so bad with it. Here is Kevin De Bruyne. Manuel Akanji. Jack Grealish is on the left, holding the width. Akanji's driving forward here. Thomas Partey does well, wins a free kick. Good defending from Thomas Partey. But Arsenal need to do more. They're a goal down. They need to do more than just defend well. They need to get the fucking ball and get attacking. They need goals. They need goals. If you guys are enjoying the stream, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. Huge title decider tonight. You're a bit ahead of my Sky broadcast. Gonna have to put you back 30 seconds. That's absolutely fine. I mean, I'm usually the one behind because I have to watch it on BT. I'm watching this on BT Sports, the BT Sports app. But I imagine are you what, on Sky Go? Here's Kyle Walker. Are you on Sky Go watching it on BT Sports via the Sky Go app? Because I'm pretty sure the BT Sports app is pretty good for their delay. There's still a delay, but I think it's about 20-30 seconds quicker ahead of what Sky Go is. Which I think is pretty crazy. But really, this is worst case scenario for Arsenal. A goal down so early on. Man City, at the Etihad, can now can play the game at their pace. They can set the tempo. They can quicken it up and slow it down as much as they want. It's an awful goal to concede for Arsenal in every single way. Yeah, I'm on my Xbox Fairs. No, because to be fair, that's what I use for this BT Sports app. Sky Go's awful. It is so bad when it comes to the delay. Like, I will see like people illegally streaming the game that is further ahead than Sky Go. And I don't get it. I don't get how Sky, with all the money in the world, their streaming service or like their app can be further behind than just some random bloke streaming it on whatever platform or whatever service they're using. Here is Diaz. Man City just controlling the game. Just taking all the sting out of the Arsenal team. This is textbook how to kill a game. Textbook how to win a league title. How to win big games. They just know how to do it. John Stones, Gundogan, Rodri. Just making Arsenal look a bit silly at the moment. Rodri, back to Diaz. Odegaard giving chase. Diaz does really well and finds a Kanji. Gundogan. Look at how well Arsenal can just knock the ball around. And it's a foul by... Was that Martin Odegaard? No, it was Rob Holding. Holding is out of his depth. He's so far out of his depth. De Bruyne just absolutely spins him there. Rob Holding. Oh, what is he doing here? What is he doing? Yeah, I get tweets before I see it on my half the time. No, yeah. No, my phone... I have to put my phone on Do Not Disturb to avoid it all. It pisses me off. Well, I mean, on iPhone you can set there's like different versions of Do Not Disturb. And I've set up a custom one just for when I'm watching the football that lets all other notifications come through aside from Twitter, all my football apps and whatever that would give me the scores. Right, we have some goals to talk about. So obviously, as we've said before, West Ham Liverpool is 1-0. Brighton have conceded just before the break, so it's half time in in Nottingham. It is Forest 1, Brighton 1. Pascal Gross with the own goal. And looks as if Brentford are about to score against Chelsea. Good chance for Arsenal. For Man City, Bernardo Silva with a weak effort though. Well, it is 1-0 Brentford. we go. So it's 1-0 Brentford. I'll try and find out the goal scorer. Jack has won a free kick for a high boot. And it's Matthias Jensen with the goal. And I mean, I don't get what Frank Lampard's doing at Chelsea. I thought it was weird to bring him back because I don't think he's a great manager. The three at the back is bizarre. I just don't get what they're doing, Lampard. They're playing. It's the team that they play is bizarre. It's like is it a 3-4-2-1 with Gallagher and either a Kante, Enzo, or Kovacic pushing forward? Is it a midfield three with Hart, with Sterling and Gallagher as a straight front two? What is it? Is it a 3-4-1-1 with Gallagher behind Sterling? I just don't get what Lampard's doing. A 3-0 is not a bad shout at this point. Defensively, particularly Rob Holding looks a joke. Yeah, the cough is not great either. It's getting better though. It's getting better. Fingers crossed. I go through spells where I get the cough and when I don't. Holding, he looks fucking. He is shit, isn't he? Gabriel Jesus. Why has he not started that through for Odegaard? Here is Saka. Look at all the Man City players back. They are so well drilled, this Man City team. Zinchenko. Out wide to Granit Xhaka. Gabriel. To Holding. Give it to Odegaard. No, he goes it to Ben White. Saka. Up against Akanji. Cuts inside. Lovely chipped over the top to Gabriel Jesus. Now does he have the support? Gabriel Jesus doing well. Gives it to Saka. Martin Odegaard. Odegaard. Zinchenko. Gabriel Martinelli. Up against Kyle Walker. He goes back into Zinchenko. Arsenal doing really well here. Granit Xhaka loses it to Kyle Walker. Martinelli fouls Rodri. Really well played there by Rodri. Saw the Martinelli coming in. Shielded the ball. Took the foul. Wins the free kick. The pressure off Man City. That is brilliant from Rodri. Very, very, very smart. I think the Brentford goal's actually gone down as an Azpilicueta own goal. Diaz flips it over to John Stones. Grealish, Walker. Rob Holding, what is he doing? Kevin De Bruyne is in. De Bruyne is still good tackle by Gabriel, but it's fallen back. Huge block by Ben White. Rob Holding is awful. What is he doing? He gets drawn in, gets completely beaten by Haaland, and Kevin De Bruyne would have scored if it weren't for great defending from Ben White. Look at Rob Holding. He's absolutely drawn in, and he's absolutely sent. Far too easily beaten there. Rob Holding is out of his depth. Honestly, I would do anything I could to get Rob Holding out of this team. Stick Saka at right back. Put Ben White at centre back. Get him off. Bernardo Silva. Up against Xhaka. De Bruyne whips it in. Good header clear by Gabriel. Saka clips. Xhaka. Looking for Bukayo Saka. It's a great ball. He's got Ruben Diaz isolated. Grealish is getting back. Here's Bukayo Saka. Great challenge on Saka from Jack Grealish. But Man City can't deal with it properly. Here is Martin Odegaard still. That is awful. Arsenal give it away. De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne flicks it through to Erling Haaland. Here is Erling Haaland up against Rob Holding. He does brilliantly. What a save from Ramsdale. And Ben White gets it clear. He is so bad, Rob Holding. He is so bad. He is so far out of his depth here. Akanji to Diaz. This is too easy for City. This is far too easy. Ramsdale, he should have saved the first effort, but it's a great save to stop a second. And look again, Rob Holding, he's just stepping out for absolutely no reason. I just don't understand. I don't want to keep going on about Rob Holding, but he's a mess right now. Bernardo Silva. Gundogan. Across to Ruben Diaz. Akanji goes back into Ederson. Ederson with a goal kick. Well, with the ball. Gundogan across the stones. Ederson. As tired as I just go, it's been a boring one. Bring back the days of Liverpool Man City games. The thing is, with the old Man City Liverpool games, it was always such a good game because you had Klopp and you had Pep playing different contrasting styles that meant Klopp could go toe to toe. But realistically, Arteta and this Arsenal team is Manchester City a couple of years ago. This is, while it's obviously not the exact same, the style, the way they look to play is Man City, is Pep. And Man City will always be better than that. Will always be better than Arsenal at that. You might, obviously here and there, you might get an odd win, but over a season, Man City will be better than you at playing their way. Rodri goes back into Stones. Bernardo Silva. Diaz. De Bruyne gets it out to Jack Grealish. Grealish goes over the top for Erling Haaland, who strikes. Good save by Ramsdale. Rob Holding clears out for a throw-in. Rob Holding didn't do anything wrong there. Man City, they just are so good. Half an hour in, one shot for Arsenal, 4 on target for Man City, 5 in total. Diaz. Rodri. Stones goes back into Edison. Rob Holding does win it. No, is that was Holding. He beat Jack Grealish in the air. Just about, and Grealish didn't even compete for it. Oh, Rob Holding, that is good. That's quality from Rob Holding. Finds Gabriel Jesus. Still Jesus. Goes down. He's never going to get anything for that. Is that for a goal kick? I think Arsenal need to try something different. They get no success at the moment. Absolutely none at all. Sorry about that. So the second half has started in the Forest Brighton game. That is still 1-1. Chelsea Brentford is still 1-0. Brentford and West Ham Liverpool is also 1-1. Zinchenko. Martinelli does well. Finds Martin Odegaard. Granit Xhaka, no, Bukayo Saka's out wide. Ben White's on the overlap. Odegaard finds Thomas Partey. He goes for goal! Just wide. Not a bad effort from Thomas Partey. That's better for Arsenal. First real opportunity that they've had in the game. Not particularly the man you want it to fall to, Thomas Partey. He tries that weakly and never scores it. It's poor effort. Akanji. Cross to Diaz. Rodri goes back into Edison. 35 minutes played. Arsenal looking to put some pressure on Man City now. For the first half an hour, it was all Manchester City. Looks like Arsenal growing into this game a little bit more, but it was a poor pass there from Rob Holding. And Arsenal lose it. And here comes Jack Grealish. Rob Holding, where are you? Where is Rob Holding? Here comes Erling Haaland. Haaland! We don't see that often. Haaland fires wide. From that position, we often see Erling Haaland hit the target. He's missed it this time. And again, we don't often see that. It's a let-off for Arsenal. Where is Rob Holding? Not a good look this for Arsenal whatsoever. Kyle Walker does well, finds Bernardo Silva. Goes back into John Stones, who lashes it clear. Zinchenko. Xhaka, back to Zinchenko. Good tackle by Bernardo Silva. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0 still. Gundogan. Good interception from Zinchenko. And here's Erling Haaland. Looks to drive forward. Kevin De Bruyne goes back into Bernardo Silva. Thomas Partey's gone down. Head injury, says the referee, Michael Oliver. And the game has been stopped momentarily. About 10 minutes to go in this first half. Manchester City in control. We can look at him. Not marching. Screaming instructions. So it's going to be a drop ball. Bernardo Silva will just get the ball back, and Man City will play. Here is Kyle Walker. Rodri goes back into John Stones. Diaz, Akanji, Roderick, Gundogan, poor pass. Can Arsenal keep hold of it? No, they can't. Ilkay Gundogan will get there, just about keep it on. Whenever I see Rob Holding, he's always out of position. He makes a great challenge there to win the ball from Jack Grealish. But Rob Holding, every time I look for him, he's always seemingly out of position there. He's on the recovery. He makes a good slide challenge there, to be fair to him. But it's a recovery challenge. He just isn't very good, is he? I don't want to keep pointing it out. I feel bad for him. But he's not great. Ramsdale, he's talking to his team from this goal kick. He wants some support, but he's had to go long. Rodri's easily won it. Erling Haaland chasing down Rob Holding. And he just hooks out for a throw-in. See, I just think, if that's John Stones, if that's Saliba, Gabriel, he wins. He gets that back to Ramsdale. He sees out for a throw-in for their side. But no, it's hooked out for a throw-in. It's another chance for Man City to attack here, and it hits Haaland. Huge save by Ramsdale. What a save by Aaron Ramsdale. That should be 2-0. What a save. Who is picking him up? Who is picking up Erling Haaland? It's too easy. And if you want to moan about the first goal that Ramsdale should save it, he's certainly made up for it now. Partey far too easily beaten. Absolutely nobody picking up Haaland. And it's an unbelievable save with Ramsdale, who then clears it as well. Bloody hell. Who is marking Erling Haaland? Ben White goes back to Holding. Goes looking for Bukayo Saka. Akanji does well. Ruben Diaz picks it up. Grealish. Slips, and here's a chance. Martin Odegaard picks it up. Gabriel Jesus slips at an important moment. Zinchenko gets the ball into the box. Ruben Diaz does well, and it's a corner for Arsenal. Opportunity here for Arsenal to get one back. They need something, and maybe from this corner they'll get that something. 3 minutes left of this first half. Corner for Arsenal. No goals in the other games. Well, no more goals in the other games just yet. So that's 1-0 in the Forest-Brighton game, 1-0 Chelsea, and 1-0 at the London Stadium between West Ham and Liverpool. Half-time is in the Chelsea and Brentford game, as well as the West Ham-Liverpool game. But they'll get kicked off in about a minute or so, I imagine. Bukayo Saka will take this corner for Arsenal. What can they produce? I'm not sure how good they are from set pieces. Saka delivers. Ederson punches clear. Odegaard into Bukayo Saka. Can they deliver again? They do. But it's overhit. That's that for a goal kick. It looked like Kyle Walker might have got a touch onto that, but referee and the linesman are in agreement that it is a goal kick. Look at that from Haaland. It's fantastic. Who knew he had that in his locker? He's gone through the middle of two of them. And what a threat Erling Haaland has been today. Martin Odegaard. It's a free kick to Man City. Rodri fouled. Arsenal, they just look out their depth. They've been absolutely unbelievable all season long, Arsenal. But they're throwing it away. They've absolutely thrown it away for me. You look at you go back to the last few games. 2-0 up against Liverpool. 2-0 up against Liverpool. West Ham. Throws both games away. Bottom of the league. Drawing 3-3. They're all games you've got to win. You win. If Arsenal win all these games, a defeat here today doesn't really matter. They've still got to get the league in their hands. But no, they have. They've thrown those points away. They've come here to the Etihad knowing they have to win, really. And they conceded early thanks to that man, Kevin De Bruyne. And they've not really ever looked like coming back since, have they? It's a free kick here for Manchester City. De Bruyne and Bernardo Silva stand over it. 2 minutes of added time to be played. John Stones. It's 2-0 Manchester City. Flag is up. He seems confident about it, but it is. Stones does have the ball in the back of the Arsenal net. And it looked fairly easy for him. We'll see it here again. Is he offside? He's miles off. It's not going to count. It is miles off. They get away with it there, Arsenal. They get away with it. The Chelsea-Brentford game is back underway. I have to say, that ball in from De Bruyne, though, absolutely, it's unreal. A minute left of the first half. Manchester City 1, Arsenal 0. Mikel Arteta, he looks across to his adversary Pep. And he doesn't know what to think. Why are we checking VAR? Is that not a blatant offside? Why are we checking this? He's offside. The West Ham Liverpool game is also back underway. He's offside. There was no complaints about him not being offside. He's onside. Are they saying he's onside? He's onside. It counts. 2-0. It's 2-0. The goal stands. It's 2-0. The goal stands. And fair play to Manchester City, your Premier League winners. I'm not sure how that was onside, but John Stones is onside, and Ben White has kept him on. 2-0 Manchester City, league done. And there's a bit of handbags now in the corner. I think Arsenal know what that means. They know what it means. So John Stones fouls Diaz. Oh, Diaz kicks out at him. He kicks out at him. I think there's a case. So booking for Diaz. I can't believe that's onside still. I really can't. But I think we can all agree that's Premier League title run done. It's a shame. It's a shame it's come like this, but Man City have won it, haven't they? Mikel Arteta. I think at 1-0 at half time, Arteta can maybe do something to try and bring it back. 2-0. I think it's done. I think it's done, unfortunately. What a half for Manchester City. They've absolutely dominated that game. That first half it's a lesson in football. Lucky to only be 2. Really. You look at the stats. 8 shots, 6 on target to only 2. 61% of the ball. Arsenal have let Man City have it all their own way. And Man City have absolutely turned them over time and time and time again in that first half. It's bizarre. Arsenal have just not been at the races. And I mean, if Arsenal can make the comeback in this second half, my God, will they deserve it to go on to win the title? But does anyone believe that's going to happen? I certainly don't. It's 2-0, and Man City have deserved both of those goals, and really, they've deserved more. Ramsdale has made a couple of great saves to keep him in it. Look, I've come into this game and I've wanted Arsenal to win it. I wanted Arsenal to win the league. But the story of the day is Man City they've rocked up and they've rolled you over. And look, Man City will do that to a lot of teams, and they have done it to a lot of teams. Man City they've shown their quality, they've shown their class. Well, I think Arsenal, look, this is a young group of players. They've never won titles. And I think that inexperience is showing, and Man City's experience is showing. Man City, all these players have been there and done it at this level, year after year after year. You look at Man City and this Arsenal team. Ben White's never won a league title. We'll go through the squad, and look, this is an experience which this Arsenal team will learn from. Ramsdale, what's his CV? Relegations. Ben White, he's got promoted with Leeds. He's played at Peterborough United. Not a league title. Rob Holding, he's won some FA Cups, but he's shit. And I think the contrast and the gap in ability between him and Saliba is more than visible. And I think if you have Saliba in this Arsenal team as opposed to to Holding, you probably beat Liverpool. You beat West Ham, and I think you beat Southampton, and this game doesn't really matter in the grandest scheme of things. But Rob Holding, he's not good enough. Gabriel, I don't think he weren't part of that little team that won the Ligue 1, was he? Zinchenko's obviously won stuff. Partey, I don't think he's ever won anything, really. Xhaka, he's won a couple of FA Cups again, but he's never won a league and never came close to one. Martinelli, Saka, never won anything. Odegaard, he probably won stuff at Real Madrid, but nothing he won a vocal figure of that. Gabriel Jesus obviously won stuff at Man City as well. It's inexperience. They've never been in these situations where they've got to win every game to win a league title, as opposed to Man City. Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Stones, Rodri, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Grealish, Bernardo Silva. Everyone in that team, apart from Kanji and Diaz and Haaland, who have both signed from Dortmund this year, have won league titles and have multiple league titles to their name. That's the difference. You can as much as I don't like the whole your trophy cabinet and defines you as a player and how good you are. Ultimately, if you've been there and done it, you've got the experience. You know how to deal with the pressures. You know how to deal with the situations. And I think Arsenal have shown that they've not been here and that they don't know how to deal with these sort of pressure situations. And it's something they'll learn from. Next year, they'll be better here, bigger and better. They'll get new signings in. I believe Arteta is a great manager. I think he will make Arsenal better. I think this was his year. He's got a bit unlucky. That squad needs improving. If I'm looking at that Arsenal squad, it needs improving. You cannot have Rob Holding coming back into a starting 11 when you're chasing a Premier League title. You can't do that because he is out of his depth and he's going to get exposed, and he has been exposed time and time and time again. Today against West Ham and against Southampton and against Liverpool. He is the weak point. And I think you have Saliba. You look at Man City. Again, they lose Ake. They've got a wealth of quality to put in there. They don't have Rob Holding. And that's the difference. And look, Arteta does deserve some criticism. He hasn't got it spot on tonight. Like I keep saying, the decision to start Rob Holding is bizarre. I personally, if I'm Mikel Arteta, I don't care what I have to do to make it. I would even put Rob Holding as a right back. I would get Ben White as a centre back, or even move Gabriel to the right. Put Tierney as a centre back. I would do whatever it took to take Rob Holding out of this game. He didn't, and I think he looks out of his depth, unfortunately. Tape, do you not remember Ivan Toney versus White when he played centre back? I remember Ben White being one of the best centre backs in the Premier League last season, and having a very good partnership alongside Gabriel. This idea that Ben White was bullied as a centre back is just not true. It's just not true. I mean, look, even if it was true, Rob Holding has been bullied today by Haaland. Yes, Ben White might have also been bullied by Haaland, but at least he's A, can read the game better, B, technically better. I just don't see the benefit of playing Rob Holding. You're getting bullied anyway. He can't read the game as well as Ben White can. He's not good technically on the ball. He's just a liability, Holding. Just a liability. And he always has been. He's been this for years. Against Spurs last year, when he had to play, was it because Ben White was injured or Gabriel? One of the two. Or might have been suspended. Sent off against Spurs, half an hour played. Got bullied by Kane. He's been bullied again today. Right, I'm just going to quickly go refill my bottle, and I'll be back for the second half, where hopefully, Arsenal can form some sort of comeback. He lost like 40% of his averages last season. No, saying yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm not. I'm not saying he's going to deal with Erling Haaland brilliantly. No centre back can really. But my point is, Rob Holding is shit. He is dreadful in every facet of the game. Defensively, he's bad. Aerially, he's getting dominated anyway. On the ball, he's dreadful. At least Ben White, you put Ben White in there and Holding. He covers the on the ball. He can read the game. He's quicker than Holding. So all Holding can do up against Haaland, because he's not stronger than him. He's not quicker than him. He can't read the game as well. And when I say he's not quicker than Haaland, I mean he is going to get absolutely abused pace-wise against Haaland. All Holding can do is go touch tight and try and win that first contact, and he's losing it every time, and he's getting spun every time. At least Ben White can go, right, I'm not going to win that. I know that. I can read the game. I know I'm not going to beat you in the air. So I'll let you bring it down, and then I'll go touch tight. Then I'll let you try and turn me and try and sprint past me, because while I might not be as quick as you, while you're dribbling, I can match you for pace. I might be quicker than you when you're dribbling. I can make the recovery challenge. Holding just can't. Ben White, as a centre-back last season, dealt with many a striker. Dealt with Ivan Toney. Dealt with... I can't think of any other physical strikers. He's a good centre-back. The reason he plays at right-back isn't because he was bullied out of centre-back. He's playing at right-back because Saliba and Gabriel... Well, because Saliba is better than him as a centre-back. And he makes a very, very, very good right-back. He should be playing centre-back for me, over Holding. Holding struggled in the air against Jack Grealish. Right, let me fill my bottle up. Right, I'm late for the start of the second half. But we haven't missed a goal, so it's alright. Oh, Man City have a corner. There we go. So it's a corner for Manchester City. Ramsdale's jumping around. Ball comes in. Well cleared by... No, it's not cleared yet. Diaz in the box. Tackled. Thomas Partey clears. Bukayo Saka takes it down on his chest. Finds Martinelli. Kyle Walker's across. He's... That bloke is just too quick, isn't he? That is just too quick. As far as I'm aware, no changes at half time for either side. Goals. So Nottingham Forest have taken the lead against Brighton, 2-1 at the City ground in the 82nd minute. So that game nearly over. And we do have a lead for Nottingham Forest. In the West Ham Liverpool game, looks as if it's 2-1 Liverpool. And West Ham have had a goal chalked off through VAR. If this would load, I would bring you the definitive news, but it doesn't seem to want to load. Here we go. So, it is 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. Danilo has scored for Nottingham Forest. And it is 2-1 Liverpool. John Matip scored for Liverpool in the 67th minute. And Jarrod Bowen has had a goal disallowed in the 55th minute due to offside. So it's 2-1 in both those games. Chelsea, Brentford is still 1-0 to Brentford. Chelsea looking lost. Rob Holding. Goes back to Ramsdale. Jack is not happy with Holding at all. Ramsdale goes long looking for Martinelli. Diaz won it, but White finds Odegaard. Out to Granit Xhaka. Zinchenko's making the overlap. And here it is with Alexander Zinchenko. Goes past Kyle Walker. Walker gets back though. Great defending from the Englishman. I think Kyle Walker's really underrated, you know. I think he's got to be up there for one of the best for best right back in Premier League history. He's won it all. He's been at the best team in the league for the last 5 years, and have been almost ever present in a team that's brought in players like Cancelo. Gabriel, what are you doing, you mug? Here is Erling Haaland through. Huge save by Aaron Ramsdale. How has Haaland not scored? Gabriel, what are you doing, you mug? Huge mistake from Gabriel. Just commits himself, gets nowhere near the ball. Haaland turns, goes sprinting through, hits the box, and somehow Ramsdale manages to get a foot to the ball and keep it out of his own net. Manchester City 2, Arsenal 0. And Arsenal should count themselves lucky that it's still only 2. Here is Granit Xhaka. There was one change at half time. Man City playing that free. Have they actually gone to that this half? Here is Erling Haaland. Haaland slots it through to De Bruyne. It's 3-0. It is now 3-0. Didn't take them long. It's 3-0 Manchester City. And there we go. If it wasn't already, the league is done. Look, you've got to just. It's just the quality. The quality is too much. Kevin De Bruyne goal, Erling Haaland assist, and it's Martin Odegaard with a huge mistake. Haaland just plays him through. Rob Holding, nothing he can do about that. De Bruyne and Manchester City. And look, this is what Kevin De Bruyne is all about. In the big moments, in the big games, he turns up. 2 goals and an assist for Kevin De Bruyne tonight. Manchester City 3, Arsenal 0. League done and dusted, unfortunately. It would take some collapse from Manchester City to lose it now. A collapse I don't think Man City are capable of. And you can see that Arsenal fan there. There's tears. Look, they'll come again next year, Arsenal. I have no doubt about that. They'll have a good transfer window. They'll sign the right players. This year was their opportunity, though, I feel. They've been one of the best teams, if not the best team in the league for so long. But Man City have always just stuck in there. And when Arsenal have faltered, when they've slipped, when they've fallen, Man City have come and they've just stormed past them. And I have to say, I think Arsenal, they've only got themselves to blame here as they give the ball away sloppily here. Zinchenko, good defending, and Gabriel clears. Yeah, I only think Arsenal got themselves to blame here. Here's Gabriel Jesus, goes down under the challenge of John Stones. Free kick to Arsenal. Again, I keep going back to those last 3 games. Southampton, Liverpool and West Ham. To not win any of those games. In 2 of them, you're 2-0 up. And 1 of them, you're playing bottom of the league. And you've scored 3 goals. To not win any of those, you're asking to drop points. And I was saying, just going into half time, and at half time, a comeback looked unlikely. I think it's fair to say it's now impossible as it's bouncing around in the box. Holding has his shot blocked and deflected over by, I think it was Rodri, but it might have been Ruben Diaz. VAR is checking for a potential handball here. He's never going to get that. You're never going to get that. And it's not taking long. It's not been a very long look. Bukayo Saka with a corner. Ball comes to the back post. Gabriel Jesus goes up for it. I think the referee's given a foul. Turning it off. Good night. Early night sleep. I don't blame you. Ben White has just fouled Ederson. That's poor. Poor from Ben White. Just no need for it. I don't know what's going on now. Xhaka just had his arm around Grealish. No. I think Grealish is making a mountain out of a molehill here, really. I don't know why I don't know why Xhaka's getting involved. Just move on. Just get over it. Jorginho and Trossard are now coming on for Arsenal. I think it's too little too late, really, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So Martinelli's off for Trossard. And Xhaka is off for Jorginho. Turns out I don't have a picture of Jorginho in an Arsenal shirt. So we've got him in a Chelsea one. That slightly pissed me off. We've got Trossard. I'm certain we've done that. We must have done. I don't know. That's poor from me. Gabriel goes back to Aaron Ramsdale into holding. Thomas Partey finds Leandro Trossard. Wins a free kick. Well played there by Trossard. They have to try something here, Arsenal. And it's the last roll of the dice sort of thing from Mikel Arteta here. White. Thomas Partey turns out. Thomas Partey does well. Finds Martin Odegaard. Here's Bukayo Saka. Saka still. Just runs into traffic there. Grealish knocks it forward. Looking. I'm not sure who for. And Rob Holding just has it now. To Gabriel. Looks like Man City have gone a bit more defensive. 2-0 Brentford now. It's 2-0 Brentford. And pardon me, that was so rude. And Burmo with the goal to make it Chelsea 0, Brentford 2. And Frank Lampard, he came in as interim manager and he's not doing a good job at all. And not Brentford. What's their name? Nottingham Forest. They've scored a third against Brighton. Nottingham Forest 3, Brighton 1 at the Forest ground. And they're into 10 minutes of added time. It was Morgan Gibbs-White from the penalty spot. They missed one earlier today through Brennan Johnson. They don't miss this one. It's Forest 3, Brighton 1. Chelsea 0, Brentford 2, West Ham 1, Liverpool 2. Thomas Partey to Jorginho. Moves it into Zinchenko. Finds Gabriel Jesus. Jesus does well, but Jack Grealish. Grealish has had a really good game for me for City, both defensively and offensively. Obviously, the man of the match is Kevin De Bruyne. There's no doubt about that. He scored twice and got an assist. and he's absolutely run the game. But I think Grealish, especially from a defensive standpoint, has been really crucial. And whenever Arsenal seemingly have some sort of opportunity to break and look like they could create something and be a bit dangerous, Jack Grealish always seems to be there to snuff it out. Ruben Diaz goes back to Ederson. Ederson to Stones. So as things stand, Man City go 2 points off of Arsenal with 2 games to play. Man City can afford to lose one and win the other and still go on to win it. Here is Ilkay Gundogan. It's an awful shot. And Man City's captain. Gundogan's Man City's captain. Why? I thought it would be Diaz or De Bruyne. Bloody hell. Well, yeah. Man City's captain fires one over. Gabriel. Hooks one down the line, looking for Gabriel Jesus. Jesus wins it up against Kyle Walker. Finds Leandro Trossard. But Rodri's just there. It's this difference in quality. Like no offense to Trossard. But like you've got Trossard coming off the bench for Arsenal. For Man City, you look at that bench. You've got Riyad Mahrez. You've got Phil Foden. You've got Julian Alvarez. Like they're just different. It's just different gravy. But if you're an Arsenal fan, you've got to be optimistic for next season still. I think I look at that Arsenal team. I think about how much money were you willing to spend on Mudryk in January? Obviously, it never happened, and thankfully so, really, because he's not been great for Arsenal for Chelsea, has he? He's not been great. But it means you've got that money. And think about what you've got. That money, you've got the money that you'll generate from finishing second in the Premier League. Plus, obviously, you've got your normal transfer budget. You're going to have a lot of money, or you should have a lot of money to spend in the summer. Bring in a centre back to bolster the ranks. But maybe you bring on a backup right back. I don't think Tomiyasu is someone you can rely on. He's always injured, seemingly. Maybe a right winger as well. Obviously, I don't know what's going on with Nicolas Pepe. Is Reece Nelson really good enough? No. But I think Arsenal are building. I've got a good starting lineup. It's about that improving that squad, so you don't have issues where when Saliba gets injured, when a centre back gets injured, you're calling upon Rob Holding. He was Partey out to Alexander Zinchenko. And look, you can just see Arsenal. They look dead. They know how important this game was. Even if they don't win, they just couldn't afford to lose it. And not only have they lost it, they've lost it in style. Man City have run away with it. Looks as if the treble is they're one step closer to it. Obviously, Manchester United, we have our opportunity to stop Man City winning this treble, matching Manchester United's greatest ever achievement by beating them in the FA Cup final. I hoped Arsenal would do us a favour and beat them in the league as well, but that dream looks dead and buried. We're just hoping Real Madrid can do us a favour in the Champions League semi-final. But here is Leandro Trossard into Bukayo Saka. Finds Jorginho to Thomas Partey. Gabriel. Zinchenko. Thomas Partey. Arsenal using the ball well here. Gabriel Jesus up against Walker. Goes back into Zinchenko. Jorginho. Man City just too good. It is sad to say, but Man City are just too good. Holding to Jorginho. Back to Holding. Arsenal they're just circulating the ball around the back. They've got 20 minutes left to go in this game. Can they find a goal? It doesn't look likely. Odegaard. Up to Gabriel Magnolaz, whatever his second name is. Brighton have a goal. Last minute in their game against Nottingham Forest. The score is now Nottingham Forest 3, Brighton 2. Could they? Could they? Surely not. Is Martin Odegaard. Saka, back to Odegaard. Good tackle. Man City just crowding them out. And De Bruyne is there with Haaland for the counter-attack. De Bruyne just can't get hold of it though. Here is Gabriel. Slots it through to Trossard in the box. It's a poor ball into the box though from Trossard. Don't know who he's trying to find with that ball. And it's a goal. I'm not sure. Dennis Undav with the goal. However, it looks like there could be an offside call somewhere. We got a change for City and we got a change for Arsenal. For City, Ilkay Gundogan is replaced by Riyad Mahrez. Gundogan's off. Mahrez is on. So I think we'll see Bernardo Silva move into that central role. And it's Emil Smith-Rowe coming on for Arsenal. I'm not sure who for yet. Odegaard maybe? The Brighton goal has been ruled off. So it is still Forest 3, Brighton 1. And it is Smith-Rowe on for Martin Odegaard. See, again, I go back to what I said not long ago. That's the difference in quality. So we have to bring Riyad Mahrez off the bench. It's different. It's just different gravy, isn't it? It's just different gravy. I mean, Trossard's playing through the middle. I noticed it earlier on, but I just assumed it was just momentarily. But Jesus is certainly playing off the left. I think that's weird. So the game has finished at the Forest ground. It is Forest 3, Brighton 1. That's a huge result for Forest. That puts them above Everton, above Leicester, and not above Leeds though. Level on points with Leeds. Huge result that for Nottingham Forest. That could be the result that sees Leicester down. Could be the result that sees potentially Everton down. Everton's game against Newcastle now becomes even bigger. Chelsea, Brentford. Looks like another 3 points for Brentford. And Liverpool looks like they're going to beat West Ham. And Liverpool have beaten West Ham this full time. Around all the grounds actually now. Liverpool beat West Ham at the London Stadium by 2-1. Goals coming courtesy of Cody Gakpo and Joel Matip. While Chelsea lose to Brentford at Stamford Bridge by 2-0. Goals coming from a Cesar Azpilicueta own goal and Brian Mbeumo. Handbags are breaking out again. It feels a little bit, well, a shit version of Battle of the Bridge from a few years ago. Arsenal knew what they had to do when they come in. They've lost it. And now they're losing their heads. Is that Erling Haaland getting booked? And I looked at Thomas Partey as well. Jack Grealish and Thomas Partey just getting in a fight. Grealish just smashes into Partey off the ball, and Thomas Partey just reacts. Jack Grealish grabs him by the scruff of the neck. Technically, Casemiro got sent off for that. Send him off. Send him off. Ramsdale, lovely ball to Smith Rowe, into holding. Comes back inside. Goes to Ramsdale. Gabriel. Zinchenko. So just confirm that is Jack Grealish and Thomas Partey who got booked, not Erling Haaland. Edison. Lovely kick ball into Akanji. Akanji still driving through. Finds Jack Grealish. This could really be 4 here for Manchester City. Akanji again. Pulls it back. Good defending from Jorginho, actually. It was. Here's Bukayo Saka. Finds Trossard. Gabriel Martinelli. Not Martinelli. Gabriel Jesus trying to get forward but can't. Frank Lampard has now lost 24 Premier League games since February 2022. The most out of any manager. Ben White goes forward looking for Gabriel Jesus. Easy dealt with. Here's Saka. That's surely handball. It is. Right. We might get a shot on target from Arsenal here. Julian Alvarez is coming on for Man City, they're taking the piss a bit now, aren't they? Julian Alvarez is coming on. Why is Rob Holding gone over to Saka as if he's going to take the free kick? Rob, calm yourself. You're not taking this. You're not having this. Let Bukayo or let Smith Rowe have it. Let him shoot. Hope for the best. We don't even care if they score. Just test the keeper. Just test Edison. Give him something to do because he hasn't had anything to do all day. He must be bored, bless him. So it is Smith Rowe and it is Bukayo Saka. It's Saka with a free. Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's so bad. He goes for the far post, but it's always just rising. It's never going in. Reece Nelson and Nketiah is coming on for Arsenal. Their last two changes, and it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne's off for Julian Alvarez. So I assume it's a 4-2-3-1 at this point. So Nketiah and Nelson are on for Saka and Jesus. I don't have fucking Reece. I don't have a Reece Nelson one picture. Fuck's sake. Right. Do I have a blank? Yeah. I'm underprepared. I have pictures of everyone, but bloody Reece Nelson. Because why would I have a picture of bloody Reece Nelson? Right. So let's sort this Man City team out. So it's Edison, Walker, Stones, Diaz, Akanji, Rodri and Bernardo Silva. With Alvarez at number 10. You have Grealish off the left. You have, what's his name? Mahrez off the right. And Haaland up top. There we go. So that's how the Man City team now looks. And Nketiah drives it across. It's a great ball. It's a great effort from Nketiah to get it across Just nobody's there at the back stick. Not a bad effort at all from Eddie Nketiah. Great ball across. And actually, annoyingly, Trossard is actually still up top. For some reason. So, Nketiah is on the right still. Here we go. I said 3-0. What do I win? There you go. That's what you win. You win your comment getting pinned. Unfortunately, we don't offer cash prizes here on the FSS Football channel. No cash prizes. But you do get to watch the Arsenal title race. The title race absolutely capitulate. As Diaz goes long, looking for Erling Haaland. I mean, at least Gabriel didn't get beaten. Jorginho to Gabriel to Partey. Just flings it more than anything at Zinchenko there. I don't think he wants that ball there. Holding goes across to Jorginho. To Partey. Crossfield ball to Reece Nelson. It's a good ball to Reece Nelson. Here he goes. Can he get the cross in? Good defending from Manuel Akanji. And it's a corner. 5 minutes to go. We all know Arsenal aren't going to win this game. But can they get a point? Not a point. Can they get a goal? Can they get a consolation? My bet would be no. But we'll find out. We will find out. Right. Trossard with the corner. It is horrific. I don't know what he's trying. It doesn't beat the first man. It's not even close to beating the first man. It is a horrific corner. As Trossard's in here now though. Holding! Rob Holding scored! Hold the front page. Hold the back page. Rob Holding has scored for Arsenal. My word. What's happened here? Rob Holding's got one. Out of everyone that could score today, I would not have put my money on Rob Holding. See you later, pin tweet. You're wrong, Munsey. Who are that on Premier League bingo? My, what has happened? How has Rob Holding scored? Jack Grealish has come off for Phil Foden, by the way. But bloody hell, who saw that come in? It's a great finish, by the way, from Holding. I mean, he's been so bad all day. But he's got his goal. He would have. I can't believe what I've seen. That has made this all worthwhile. At least Rob Holding's got his goal. All the chatting I was doing. Rob Holding gets his goal. Fair play. He's leaving the Etihad with something. So you've got to applaud him. You've got to applaud that level of genius of a player. Erling Haaland with it now into Foden. Partey and Haaland just. I don't even know what just happened really. They're just. Get off Snap. Get on the stream. Shake my head. I just had to say fair play to Rob Holding. I didn't know if you were still in here, so I was certain if you were, you would have put some comment in after the abuse I was giving Rob Holding to pop up with the goal. I mean, you know, if it comes down to goal difference somehow, and somehow Man City's goal difference gets absolutely destroyed, because I'm pretty sure they've got a much better one than you guys do. Yeah, they do. So they've now got what? So that's 7 at the moment. So they've got what, 11? 12? No, 11, yeah. So they've got 11 goal difference on you. But if somehow that gets destroyed and you now win this title by 1 goal, so I'm Rob Holding. So he might win you a Premier League title. He might win you a Premier League title. He might have cost you it as well. Thanks to some horrific performances over the last few weeks. But he's popped up with his goal today. Diaz. Turn the game off, not stressed. Got stressed in. Got enough stress in life. Don't need that in it. I don't blame you. But look, a second place finish is still good finish for Arsenal. Let's not get crazy about it. Like, the expectation for Arsenal from 90% of people was that they wouldn't even get into the top 4. I thought they would. I didn't think they'd come second, and they would be leading the title race for a majority of the season. So, however you want to see it, this year has been undoubtedly has been a positive for Arsenal. As I struggle to breathe. Smith Rowe. Into Eddie Nketiah. Surely they can't get a second here. Here is Eddie Nketiah. Cuts inside. Just runs into John Stones. Just runs into him. Here is Riyad Mahrez. Surely they can't. Man City, can they get a fourth here? Riyad Mahrez, good defender from Jorginho. Jorginho's done well since coming on, I have to say. Ball out wide to Trossard. Going to look to bring it forward for Arsenal here. Leandro Trossard. Look for Nketiah. Bernardo Silva, great defending. Hope Eddie declares interest in Haaland, gets unhappy and for some reason joins Real Madrid. I played FM, I know how it works. Something tells me Erling Haaland isn't leaving Manchester City anytime soon. Oh no! I tell you what, Erling Haaland's his hairbands come out. The locks are flowing. In good news though, Amad Diallo has won Sunderland Supporter Player of the Year with 12 goals and 4 assists in 38 games for him. What a player. And Haaland's got his hair down. And I hate to break it to you guys. We've got a 4th goal. And it's Erling Haaland. He's got his hair down. Here it comes. Zinchenko clears it down the line. John Stones with a massive header. Foden, what a pluck down. Holding sold. And it's Erling Haaland. The hair's flapping about. Left, right and centre. And it's 4-1. And Erling Haaland, he's just too good. Haaland makes it 4. And there we go. Heads down. A disappointing performance, to say the very least, from Arsenal, who've turned up and been convincingly beaten and convincingly second best. Holding again. I've got questions for you, lad. I've got questions for you, Rob. What are you doing, you daft, silly boy? And no, could Ramsdale save it? I don't know. Don't care. Akpom is better. Once a gunner, always a gunner. Michael Carrick, that's what I say. And there we go. We have full time here at the Etihad. Manchester City 4, Arsenal 1. A dominant performance from Manchester City, from the citizens, that sees them now complete control of the title race. And it's theirs to lose. Huge disappointment from Arsenal, who for so long this season have been top of the league. Handbags are breaking out now. Ben White's got something to say. Haaland's getting mouthy as well. I don't know what's going on. But that is going to be it from me today. Arsenal, commiserations. Second place will have to do for you. Manchester City, congratulations. You will be Premier League champions once again. It's a bit boring, but you'll do it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.